radio interview, you mentioned, or you made reference to events, I think the quote was, events I've not been invited to.
Yeah.
For what reason are you not being included?
I don't know. I wonder about that. I am not an old boy. I'm not a part of that network. I am a political outsider for a lot of reasons, and obviously because I've never been political, never done it, and I still think I'm on the outside of that political ring. And there have been events I wasn't invited to. There have been places that all the other candidates were, except for me. And
what type? I'm just not sure what type of events you're even referring to. Are these
golf tournaments, you know, different events that are hosted by people. I go to the dinners. I show up at the dinners, you know, it's but I've not been invited, and you know, and that's okay, because I think it wasn't missed by the people who were there, that everybody else was there but me, and I think that just helps me, because people want somebody who is not a part of the old ties, and I say it over, my independence is my strongest suit in this. I am totally independent of any political ties, of my family's not political, I've never held a solicitorship, I've never had any of those things, because I've been doing my work and been off to the side, and you know, now I'm simply saying, let's add that voice to our bench.
Okay. Other questions from the group at this point?
Regarding those statistical reports, there are reports now filed with the state?
They do reports, apparently. I don't know if they could be shared. I don't know where the confidentiality ends or begins with those. And again, I've been a little busy, so I haven't worked out all the details of my thought on what we could do here, but there are reports that are done, and I think they maybe should be done sooner than later, and you know, we could compile those within the county. They have them, you know, as every court or every case is done. So my thought would be very simply to just have them compiled and just review them. You know, they used to have, there was the death review cases where there was a group of us, and I served on that in a bit in the DA's office, and there were various members, and at every given time, and we actually did it in Lackawanna County, where we would review the various deaths that occurred within the county at a time, and you'd be looking just to see what happened, what was the response, what was different in each of them, and they did that periodically just to make sure there were no discrepancies and things went well. And it was a terrible committee to sit on, and I did it because you need to, but you're looking at terrible circumstances, but it was in the right vein. We need to review how we respond to these type of homicides, to deaths. What's the response? Just translate that into being a watchdog of the courts, just being able to make sure, and they were all in a check and balance. You know, I'm simply thinking it's just one more way to have a check and balance, so we could never say nobody knew. We would all know because there's a committee looking at them.